So, we're level 2. Let's see if we can talk to... Oh, we have to move on to another base camp. And now we also have to get Gileado claws, which I'm not going to do right now because I want to show you guys the class trainer. But as you can see, the environment is very vibrant. Some people prefer the mature look of Guild Wars 2. I can agree with that because the Guild Wars 2 art is more refined and it is less childish, whereas, you know, Guild Wars 2 is more well-polished in its art design. But as far as 3D animations goes, I definitely can agree on the fact that Tera Online does it better. The 3D in this game is just phenomenal, and the environment looks majestic and spectacular.
Time is precious.
And the combat feels like like when you're playing the game and you're killing monsters, it really feels like you're destroying monsters, like you're wrecking stuff. Whereas in games like Guild Wars 2 or WoW, you have to spam buttons and you don't really feel anything. You don't feel that important when you're killing. But I do like the engine used for this game. I believe it is the Unreal Engine 3, which was used for... I can't remember what was that other game that had Unreal Engine 3. It was a PvP game with the capture flag system. Anyway, as far as audio design goes, the audio sounds are perfect. You don't ever get bored of hearing yourself attack or grunt monsters. Like right now, the sound that I'm doing by shooting spells, it really feels like it's doing a lot of damage. And it's very visceral and vulgar the way monsters die. Woo! Oh god, he's gonna... Oh, he missed his attack. Also, another feature of the combat system is that you can actually knock down monsters. If you have classes like the Berserker or maybe a Sorcerer as well, there is a possibility for the monsters to stagger and then successfully fall down. The monster can fall down and stay down for a few seconds, and that is usually the ideal moment to do some burst damage for everyone to blow out their cooldowns and do the most damage possible. Ugh, man. But yeah, the combat in this game is definitely something. It is enjoyable. You actually focus and target your monsters. Whereas in other MMOs, you easily get bored of the combat and you keep on spamming the same spells. And, you know, if you know what I mean, then please discuss it in the comments below. Whew. So the interface, again, is not very different. You have the chat system with a few tabs here, and then you have the little clock on top, which you can move around and put it where you want, like this. Drag it around. Then you have the UI. You can even change the size of your UI, the scale of it. I usually leave it at a pretty decent amount. I believe I put it around at greater than the medium size, which is the perfect size if you have a an HD monitor that has 1920 by 1080p resolution. Okay, so we completed a quest. It's really too bad that we don't have a mount because if you have a collector's edition of Tera Online, you can actually have a mount starting from level 1. I believe if you've bought the game at Amazon, then you get a black horse or a brown horse. I don't exactly remember, but if you have the official collector's edition from the website itself, you get a white lion, which is pretty cool. But it's also unfair for the people that bought the regular version of the game. Oh well. We're going to complete this quest. Also, I forgot to note that in the questing system of Tera, you have the usual yellow quests, and then you also have the one particular quest line that is marked in red characters. We're going to talk to our instructor, get some new spells, mana infusion, and backstep. So if you want to put your spells onto your action bar, you simply have to click Alt, and then go to skills and drag these new skills and put them wherever you want on your action bar like this. I prefer to have backstep on my tab, mana infusion on F3, and we can continue. What was I saying earlier? Oh yes, the questing system is a little bit different in Tera Online because you have the usual quests and then you have the story, the story chain quest, which is basically gonna be your main quest line for the whole game until you get level 60. This is the quest line that you will definitely want to follow at all times because it will guide you through all of the zones of Tera. It is basically a I don't want to say tutorial quest line, but the story quest line definitely helps you with knowing where you need to go for leveling and such. So it is also, you get some pretty nifty items from completing each and every part of the story quest line. So you definitely want to follow that quest line if you want to get some cool items that are, you know, that do a lot of difference and give you a lot of
Please protect us.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Basically, what I'm saying is that if you do these story quests, they will give you some pretty good items, gear items that will definitely improve the damage on your skills or the effect that your spells do. Yeah, so now we're going to the main place of this particular zone, which is Tower Base. So you'll be hanging out at this place for a few levels until you get to about level 11, I believe, or 12. I'm not even sure anymore. Oh god. The jumping physics in this game are a little bit mediocre because sometimes you won't be able to jump on something that you want to jump on, and when you fall down a cliff, your character stops and falls down, or the physics in some places are just incredibly annoying to get through. For some reason, you can't cross all gaps between certain objects, and this is something that developers definitely need to work on and improve. But again, this MMO is brand new, so, and it's free to play as well, so don't expect a lot of upgrades in the upcoming few months. Unless a lot of people join the game and actually buy items from the cash shop, then the game will definitely improve. So we're going to accept a new quest. The next few quests which you will see are basically your gathering tutorial quests. So like this one, for instance, will introduce you to gathering. Basically what you have to do here is mouse over to the rocks, press F, and commence gathering. Another cool part of this game is about the gathering is that when you're playing with your friends in a party, you can actually gather the same item. If you wait for your party member to come over here, for example, and you press your F key at the same time, you can gather the same thing and get credit for it. So you'll both have the item if you both gather at the same time. If you gather, however, before your other party member gathers, and you gather it before you let your party member start gathering, then they won't have the item since you made it disappear, you know? But gathering items are shared items if you are in a party with a few other friends, which is pretty cool. They should definitely add that feature to other MMOs as well. Okay, we've got a new quest. This is the quest which introduces you to campfires. So basically, what we're going to do here is use an item called a campfire. Oh, it says there's another campfire near here. Okay, so it's right here. Another part of the character gameplay is the stamina bar here. This is a very important bar because you will definitely want this to be at 120%, because if it is, then you'll have extra health added to your main health bar. So you want to keep your stamina up at all times. If it is to 0%, then you'll have something like 20% reduced health, which is, you know, not recommended if you want to do dungeons or raids. So you definitely want to have some campfires when you're raiding and such. Now what we're going to do is use a charm, which is an item that buffs you, basically gives you some extra offense, extra damage for, you know, upcoming attacks, battles with monsters, which is another thing that is recommended for this game. You definitely want to carry around campfires and a few charms so that you can, you know, raid successfully, have that little bonus damage to make up for the people that, you know, are lacking in gear and equipment. So yeah, that is pretty much the campfire system. Also, you can add in, you can actually buy wood and pieces of log to throw into the campfire to make it last longer. It's pretty cool. What we're gonna do? Oh, here, if you click this little question mark, the game actually gives you some tips on the game itself. So what I've explained previously won't mean a whole lot, since you can actually read the tutorials from clicking this question mark, which are more elaborate and better at explaining things than I am, definitely. And oh, another cool thing about quests is that sometimes you'll stumble upon these little portals here, which are part of a quest that is a little bit more difficult. I don't find them that difficult at all, because all you have to do in these kind of quests is wait 6 minutes, protect a certain NPC from incoming waves of monsters, which are not that difficult to fight. They are very slow in those quests, so you can take your time to buff every now and then between waves and heal yourself up. And you can actually, I believe you can solo these quests, so they're not hard at all. So the questing difficulty in this game is, I would give it 3 stars. However, some quests will have some elite mobs involved, which you will definitely want to fight with a few other party members, because you can definitely not fight elite mobs by yourself. Elite mobs are a big part of this game, actually. They involve a few other players, and usually you want to have about 4 other people with you fighting BAMs. I definitely not recommend soloing it, because you'll definitely fail, especially if you're a sorcerer or an archer or any other caster class. You might do it as a berserker, but it'll be a tough one, and I believe you can solo a BAM as a lancer. BAMs are abbreviations for big ass monsters, basically, and they're literally big ass monsters. Anyway, that is pretty much I had to show off for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, this first look on Tera Online. If you want to see more videos on Tera Online, I can definitely record some, and maybe you'll join the game, and maybe we'll see each other and fight some BAMs. But for the final verdict, the rating that I would give for this game, based on the story, the audio, the art design, the graphical engine, and all of the other aspects of this game, I would give it a 75%. So basically, about 3.5 or 4 stars out of 5. This game is not unique at all, but the combat dynamics and the sound design and the world itself, the size of the zones make up for the grindy aspect of the questing and the mundane gathering system of this game. But that is all I had to say for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like or comment and discuss about this game. If you want to buy this game, you do not need to buy it when it goes free to play. Then you'll be able to get it. You just have to buy the copy, and then from then on you can play the game for free. The game will entirely be free except for the cash shop, which is basically a store that promotes items, cosmetic items, which you need to buy with real life money. And cash shop items are typically not that important. They don't make a whole lot of difference. A lot of the items which are in the cash shop only make the game more comfortable. And I believe some of the items give you a little bit of extra XP and gold, which I believe is the worst thing you can add in an MMO, because it is very unfair for the other players which do not want to play the game with, they don't want to cheat and want to play fair. And I don't know, I believe that a cash shop should only have cosmetic items and such, but that is only my opinion. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and all that, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.